used to collect insects as a hobby. I looked it up, and bug catching is a popular summer holiday for children in Japan. So, I'm going to be reading Bug Pokemon Pokedex entries from Gen 1 all the way up to Gen 8 first. Up in the Bug Pokemon entries is Caterpie Pokemon Red, Blue, Leaf Green, and Pokemon Shield. Its short feet are tipped with suction pads that enable it to tirelessly climb slopes and walls. Pokemon Yellow, Let's Go Pikachu, and Let's Go Eevee. If you touch the feeler on top of its head, it will release a horrible stink to protect itself. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Caterpie has a voracious appetite. It can devour leaves bigger than its body right before your eyes. From its antenna, this Pokemon releases a terrifically strong odor. Pokemon Sun. When attacked by bird Pokemon, it resists by releasing a terrifically strong odor from its antenna, but it often becomes their prey. Pokemon Moon. It's easy to catch, and it grows quickly, making it one of the top recommendations for novice Pokemon trainers. Pokemon Ultra Moon. Its body is soft and weak. In nature, its perpetual fate is to be seen by others as food. Metapod. Pokemon Yellow, Let's Go Pikachu, and Let's Go Eevee. It hardens its shell to protect itself. However, a large impact may cause it to pop out of its shell. Pokemon Crystal. This is its pre-evolved form. At this stage, it can only harden, so it remains motionless to avoid attack. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. The shell covering this Pokemon's body is as hard as an iron slab. Metapod does not move very much. It stays still because it is preparing its soft innards for evolution inside the hard shell. Pokemon Sun. Its shell is filled with its soft innards. It doesn't move much because of the risk it might carelessly spill its innards out. Pokemon Ultra Moon. Its hard shell doesn't crack a bit, even if Pikachu pecks at it, but it will tip over, spilling out its insides. Butterfree. Pokemon Red, Blue, Leaf Green, and Pokemon Sword. In battle, it flaps its wings at high speed to release highly toxic dust into the air. Pokemon Yellow, Let's Go Pikachu, and Let's Go Eevee. Its wings, covered with poisonous powders, repel water. This allows it to fly in the rain. Pokemon Gold, Heart Gold, and Pokemon Shield. It collects honey has a superior ability to search for delicious honey from flowers. It can even search out, extract, and carry honey from flowers that are blooming over 6 miles from its nest. Pokemon Sun. Close examination of its large eyes reveals that each eye is composed of a myriad of tiny eyes. Pokemon Ultra Sun. Its wings are covered in toxic scales. If it finds bird Pokemon going after Caterpie, Butterfree sprinkles its scales on them to drive them off. Pokemon Ultra Moon. Nectar from pretty flowers is its favorite food. In fields of flowers, it has heated battles with Cutiefly for territory. Gigantamax Butterfree. Pokemon Sword. Crystallized Gigantamax energy makes up this Pokemon's blindingly bright and highly toxic scales. Weedle, 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 Weedle. Pokemon Silver and Soul Silver. It attacks using a 2-inch poison barb on its head. It can usually be found under the leaves it eats. Pokemon Crystal. The barb on top of its head secretes a strong poison. It uses this toxic barb to protect itself. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Weedle has an extremely acute sense of smell. It is capable of distinguishing its favorite kinds of leaves from those it dislikes just by sniffing with its big red proboscis or nose. Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Black and White 2, Brilliant Diamond, and Pokemon Shining Pearl. It eats its weight in leaves every day. It fends off attackers with a needle on its head. Kakuna. Pokemon Yellow. Let's go Pikachu, and let's go Eevee. Able to move only slightly. When endangered, it may stick out its stinger and poison its enemy. Pokemon Silver and Soul Silver. From this form, it will grow into an adult as its body becomes softer. The external shell hardens. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Kakuna remains virtually immobile as it clings to a tree. However, on the inside, it is extremely busy as it prepares for its coming evolution. This is evident from how hot the shell becomes to the touch. Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Black and White 2, Brilliant Diamond, and Pokemon Shining Pearl. While awaiting evolution, it hides from predators under leaves and in nooks of branches. Beedrill, Pokemon Gold and Heart Gold. It can take down any opponent with its powerful poison stingers. It sometimes attacks in swarms. Pokemon Silver and Soul Silver. It has 3 poison barbs. The barb on its tail secretes the most powerful poison. uses sharp, poisonous stings to defeat prey, then takes the victim back to its nest for food. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. Beedrill is extremely territorial. No one should ever approach its nest. This is for their own safety. If angered, they will attack in a furious swarm. Mega Beedrill, let's go Pikachu, and let's go Eevee. Its legs have become poison stingers. It stabs its prey repeatedly with the stingers on its limbs, dealing the final blow with a stinger on its rear. Venonat. Pokemon Red, Blue, Leaf Green, and Pokemon Y. Lives in the shadows of tall trees where it eats insects. It is attracted by light at night. Pokemon Yellow, let's go Pikachu, and let's go Eevee. Its large eyes act as radars. In a bright place, you can see that they are clusters of many tiny eyes. Pokemon Silver and Soul Silver. Poison oozes from all over its body. It catches and eats small bugs at night that are attracted by light. Venomoth. Pokemon Red, Blue, and Leaf Green. The dust-like scales covering its wings are color-coded to indicate the kinds of poison it has. Pokemon Yellow, let's go Pikachu, and let's go Eevee. The powdery scales on its wings are hard to remove from the skin. They also contain poison that leaks out on contact. Pokemon Silver and Soul Silver. The powder on its wings is poisonous if it is dark in color. If it is light, it causes paralysis. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. Venomoth is nocturnal. It is a Pokemon that only becomes active at night. Its favorite prey are small insects that gather around street lights, attracted by the light in the darkness. Scyther. Pokemon Silver and Soul Silver. When it moves, it leaves only a blur. If it hides in grass, its protective coloration makes it invisible. Pokemon Crystal. It's very proud of its speed. It moves so fast that its opponent does not even know what knocked it down. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. Scyther is blindingly fast. Its blazing speed enhances the effectiveness of the twin scythes on its forearms. This Pokemon scythes are so effective, they can slice through thick logs in one wicked stroke. Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon X. It tears and shreds prey with its wickedly sharp scythes. It very rarely spreads its wings to fly. Pokemon Moon. While young, they live together deep in the mountains, training themselves in how to fight with their scythes and move at high speeds. Pokemon Ultra Sun. Its two sharp scythes are more than just weapons. It uses them with dexterity to dress its prey before eating. Pokemon Ultra Moon. Some call it a ninja. Its movements, imperceptibly quick, are sufficient to cleave the air in two. It's very popular in Alola. Pokemon Shield. If you come across an area in a forest where a lot of the trees have been cut down, what you found is a Scyther's territory. Pinsir. Pokemon Red, Blue, and Leaf Green. If it fails to crush the foe in its pincers, it will swing around and toss the opponent. Pokemon Yellow, Let's Go Pikachu, and Let's Go Eevee. Grips its prey in its pincers and squeezes hard. It can't move if it's cold, so it lives in warm places. Pokemon Gold and Heart Gold. With its horns, it digs burrows to sleep in at night. In the morning, damp soil clings to its body. Pokemon Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. Pinsir has a pair of massive horns. Protruding from the surface of these horns are thorns. These thorns are driven deeply into the foe's body when the pincer closes, making it tough for the foe to escape. Pokemon Ultra Sun. It gets into territorial disputes with Vikavolt. For some reason, it apparently gets along well with Heracross and Alola. Mega Pinsir. Pokemon Sun. The influence of Mega Evolution leaves it in a state of constant excitement. It pierces enemies with its two large horns before shredding them. Pokemon Moon. Bathed in the energy of Mega Evolution, its wings become unusually developed. It flies at speeds of approximately 30 miles per hour. Pokemon Ultra Sun. After Mega Evolution, it becomes able to fly. Perhaps because it's so happy, it rarely touches the ground. Ladybug. Pokemon Gold, Leaf Green, and Heart Gold. It is very timid. It will be afraid to move if it is alone, but it will be active if it is in a group. Pokemon Silver, Fire Red, Soul Silver, and Pokemon X. When the weather turns cold, lots of ladybug gather from everywhere to cluster and keep each other warm. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. Ladybug secretes an aromatic fluid from where its legs joins its body. This fluid is used for communicating with others. This Pokemon conveys its feelings to others by altering the fluid's scent. Pokemon Sun. They are timid and grow uneasy when not in a swarm with others of their kind. The pattern on their backs differs slightly from one to another. Pokemon Moon. They communicate with one another using bodily fluids that give off odors. When they're angry, their odor smells sour. Lydia. Pokemon Gold, Leaf Green, Heart Gold, and Pokemon X. When the stars flicker in the night star pattern on its back grow larger or smaller depending on the number of stars in the night sky. Pokemon Crystal. In the daytime, when it gets warm, it curls up inside a big leaf and drifts off into a deep slumber. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. It is said that in lands with clean air, where the stars fill the sky, there live Lydian in countless numbers. There is a good reason for this. The Pokemon uses the light of the stars as its energy. Pokemon Moon. In battle, it throws punches with all 4 arms. The power of each individual blow is piddly, so it aims to win by quantity rather than quality. Spinarak. Pokemon Crystal. If prey becomes ensnared in its nest of spun string, it waits motionlessly until it becomes dark. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. The web spun by Spinarak can be considered its second nervous system. It is said that this Pokemon can determine what kind of prey is touching its web just by the tiny vibrations it feels through the web's strands. Pokemon Sun. It waits intently until its preferred prey, Cutie Fly, gets caught in its web. In fact, it's quite a patient Pokemon. Pokemon Moon. Some fishermen weave its sturdy thread into nets to catch fish Pokemon. Ariados. Pokemon Gold, Leaf Green, Heart Gold, and Pokemon X. It spins string not only from its rear, but also from its mouth. It's hard to tell which end is which. Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Black and White 2, Pokemon Y, Brilliant Diamond, and Pokemon Shining Pearl. It attaches silk to its prey and sets it free. Later, it tracks the silk to the prey and its friends. Diabolical. Pokemon Sun. Pokemon Sun. There are some areas where people use the string Ariados spins for their own weaving. The resulting cloth is popular for its strength. Pokemon Moon. It spins thread from both its rear and its mouth. Then it wraps its prey up in thread and sips their bodily fluids at its leisure. Yanma. Pokemon Gold, Leaf Green, Heart Gold, and Pokemon Y. If it flaps its wings really fast, it can generate shock waves that will shatter windows in the area. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. Yanma is capable of seeing 360 degrees without having to move its eyes. It is a great flyer that is adept at making sudden stops and turning mid-air. This Pokemon uses its flying ability to quickly chase down targeted prey. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Its frail wings are so thin that one can see clear through them. However, during flight, these wings exhibit the power to churn air with touches air. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Pineco hangs from a tree branch and patiently waits for prey to come along. If the Pokemon is disturbed while eating by someone shaking its tree, it drops down to the ground and explodes with no warning. Pokemon Ultra Sun, motionless. It hangs from trees, waiting for its bug Pokemon prey to come to it. Its favorite in Alola is Cutiefly. Pokemon Ultra Moon. It sticks tree bark to itself with its saliva, making itself thicker and larger. Elderly Pineco are ridiculously huge. Shuckle, 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 shuckle. Pokemon Gold, Leaf Green, and Pokemon Heart Gold. The berries it stores in its face-like shell decompose and become a gooey liquid. Pokemon Crystal. The fluid secreted by its toes carves holes in rocks for nesting and can be mixed with berries to make a drink. Pokemon Black and White 2, Pokemon X, and Pokemon Shield. The berries stored in its face-like shell eventually become a thick, pulpy juice. Heracross. Pokemon Silver, Fire Red, Soul Silver. Usually docile, but if disturbed while sipping honey, it chases off the intruder with its horn. Pokemon Crystal and Pokemon Y. With its Herculean powers, it can easily throw around an object that is 100 times its own weight. Pokemon Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. Heracross has sharp claws on its feet. These are planted firmly into the ground or the bark of a tree, giving the Pokemon a secure and solid footing to forcefully fling away foes with its proud horn. Pokemon Platinum and Pokemon Black and White. It loves sweet honey. To keep all the honey to itself, it hurls rivals away with its prized horn. Pokemon Legends Arceus. This Pokemon has an unparalleled horn. Heracross itself demonstrates tremendous power. It's capable of throwing several people trained in the traditional arts of war at once. Mega Heracross. Pokemon Ultra Moon. A tremendous influx of energy builds it up, but when Mega Evolution ends, Heracross is bothered by terrible soreness in its muscles. Wurmple, 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 Wurmple. Wurmple. Pokemon Ruby and Omega Ruby. Using the spikes on its rear end, Wurmple peels the bark off trees and feeds on the sap that oozes out. This Pokemon's feet are tipped with suction pads that allow it to cling to glass without slipping. Pokemon Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. Wurmple is targeted by Swallow as prey. This Pokemon will try to resist by pointing the spikes on its rear at the attacking predator. It will weaken the foe by leaking poison from the spikes. Pokemon Pearl and Shining Pearl. It spits a white silk that turns sticky when it contacts air. It is used to immobilize foes. Pokemon Platinum, Black and White, and Black and White 2. Often targeted by bird Pokemon, it desperately resists by releasing poison from its tail spikes. Pokemon Legends Arceus. It likes sap and is abundant in the wild. Why it evolves into various different forms is unknown. One cannot tell from a Wurmple's appearance which form it will take when it evolves. Silcoon. Pokemon Ruby and Omega Ruby. Silcoon tethers itself to a tree branch using silk to keep from falling. There, this Pokemon hangs quietly while it awaits evolution. It peers out of the silk cocoon through a small hole. Pokemon Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. Silcoon was thought to endure hunger and not consume anything before its evolution. However, it is now thought that this Pokemon slakes its thirst by drinking rainwater that collects on its silk. Pokemon Legends Arceus. It wraps itself in thin strings of silk while it stores energy for evolution. It cannot extend its limbs and its movement is slow, but its eyes keep a sharp lookout. Silcoon is always on guard. Beautifly. Pokemon Ruby and Omega Ruby. Beautifly's favorite food is the sweet pollen of flowers. If you want to see this Pokemon, just leave a potted flower by an open window. Beautifly is sure to come looking for pollen. Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Y, and Brilliant Diamond. It has an aggressive nature. It stabs prey with its long, narrow mouth to drain the prey's fluids. Pokemon Legends Arceus. A colorful and incredibly beautiful, but also greedy Pokemon in an effort to keep its favorite food all to itself. It will chase away Gombi as they try to gather nectar. Cascoon. Pokemon Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. If it is attacked, Cascoon remains motionless, however badly it may be hurt. It does so because if it were to move, its body would be weak upon evolution. This Pokemon will also not forget the pain it endured. Pokemon Platinum, Black and White, Black and White 2, and Pokemon Y. It never forgets any attack it endured while in the cocoon. After evolution, it seeks payback. Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It endures attacks with patience because the more pain before evolution, the sturdier it becomes. Pokemon Legends Arceus. The silk coating its body is thin, but sufficiently strong. Cascoon's silk has a luster and texture superior to that of Silcoon's, and clothes made using Cascoon silk are regarded as top-notch. Dustox. Pokemon Ruby and Omega Ruby. Dustox is instinctively drawn to light. Swarms of this Pokemon are attracted by the bright lights of cities, where they wreak havoc by stripping the leaves off roadside trees for food. Pokemon Emerald. It is a nocturnal Pokemon that flies from fields and mountains to the attraction of streetlights at night. It looses highly toxic powder from its wings. Masquerain. Pokemon Ruby and Omega Ruby. Masquerain intimidates enemies with the eye-like patterns on its antennas. This Pokemon flaps its 4 wings to freely fly in any direction, even sideways and backwards, as if it were a helicopter. Pokemon Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. Masquerain's antennas have eye-like patterns that usually give it an angry look. If the eyes are droopy and appear sad, it is said to be a sign that a heavy rainfall is on its way. Pokemon Ultra Moon. Its thin, wing-like antennae are highly absorbent. It waits out rainy days in tree hollows. Nincada. Pokemon Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. Nincada lives underground. It uses its sharp claws to carve the roots of trees and absorb moisture and nutrients. This Pokemon can't withstand bright sunlight, so avoids it. Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, Pokemon X, and Pokemon Sword. Because it lived almost entirely underground, it is nearly blind. It uses its antenna instead. Ninjask. Pokemon Ruby and Omega Ruby. Ninjask moves around at such a high speed that it cannot be seen. Even while its crying can be clearly heard. For that reason, this Pokemon was long believed to be invisible. Pokemon Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. If Ninjask is not trained properly, it will refuse to obey the trainer and cry loudly continuously. Because of this quality, this Pokemon is said to be one that puts the trainer's abilities to the test. Volbeat. Pokemon Ruby and Omega Ruby. With the arrival of night, Volbeat emits light from its tail. It communicates with others by adjusting the intensity and flashing of its light. This Pokemon is attracted by the sweet aroma of Illumise. Pokemon Emerald. With their taillights lit, Volbeat fly in a swarm, drawing geometric designs in the night sky. They move their nests if their pond water becomes dirty. Illumise. Pokemon Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. Illumise leads a flight of illuminated Volbeat to draw signs in the night sky. This Pokemon is said to earn greater respect from its peers by composing more complex designs in the sky. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. It guides Volbeat to draw signs in night skies. There are scientists that study the patterns it creates. Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Pokemon X. Its fragrance attracts a swarm of Volbeat, so they draw over 200 patterns in the night sky. Anorith. Pokemon Ultra Sun. When restored, Anorith are released into the ocean. They don't thrive because the water composition has changed since their era. Pokemon Shield. Anorith can swim swiftly by pulling its 8 wings through the water like oars on a boat. This Pokemon is an ancestor of modern bug Pokemon. Armaldo. Pokemon Ultra Moon. Armaldo adapted from living in water to living on land. It has been determined that it is the ancestor of some bug Pokemon. Pokemon Shield. Though it lives on land, it's also a good swimmer. It dives into the ocean in search of prey, using its sharp claws to take down its quarry. Kricketot. Pokemon Pearl X, Omega Ruby, and Shining Pearl. It chats with others using the sounds of its colliding antenna. These sounds are fall hallmarks. Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Pokemon Y, and Alpha Sapphire. When its antenna hit each other, it sounds like the music of a xylophone. Pokemon Legends Arceus. When the trees take on new hues, more of these Pokemon appear. The tone they create by striking their antenna together resembles that of the marimba, an instrument of foreign lands. Kricketune. Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon X, Omega Ruby, and Brilliant Diamond. It crosses its knife-like arms in front of its chest. When it cries, it can compose melodies and live. Pokemon Platinum, Black and White, and Black and White 2. There is a village that hosts a contest based on the amazingly variable cries of this Pokemon. Pokemon Legends Arceus. It uses its cutlass-like arms to produce sound, the melody of which varies from individual to individual. It is a worthwhile endeavor to seek out one's favorite tunes. Burmy. Plant Cloak. Pokemon Platinum, Black and White, and Black and White 2. Even if it is born where there are no cocooning materials, it somehow always ends up with a cloak. Pokemon Legends Arceus. If its cloak is even slightly damaged, Burmy will immediately repair it with whatever is close at hand. The Pokemon within the cloak is scrawny and vulnerable to the cold. Burmy. Sandy Cloak. Pokemon Legends Arceus. It creates a cloak by weaving together sand, mud, and silk. It has spat out. This earthen cloak is ruined by wind and rain, so the Pokemon hides away in caves and other such places. Burmy. Trash Cloak. Pokemon Legends Arceus. When confronted by a lack of other materials, Burmy will create its cloak using dust and refuse. The cloak seems to be more comfortable than one would think. Wormadam. Sandy Cloak. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Its earthen skin is reasonably hard. It has no problem repelling a Starly's pecking, at least. Mothim. Pokemon Pearl and Shining Pearl. It does not keep a nest. It flies over fields and mountains in Each one has a slightly different taste in nectar. Pokemon Legends Arceus. They swear fealty to a queen Pokemon and work diligently to gather nectar. Each swarm produces a different flavor of honey. Vespiquen, Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Y, Alpha Sapphire, and Brilliant Diamond. Its abdomen is a honeycomb for grubs. It raises its grubs on honey collected by Combi. Pokemon Black and White 2, Pokemon X, and Omega Ruby. It houses its colony in cells in its body and releases various pheromones to make those grubs do its bidding. Pokemon Sword, Pokemon Legends Arceus. It commands its subjects to build its hive. It will dispatch any interlopers who dare sneak into its nest and use them as nourishment for itself. Scorbunny, Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon X, Omega Ruby, and Brilliant Diamond. It grips prey with its tail claws and injects poison. It tenaciously hangs on until the poison takes. Pokemon Sword. After burrowing into the sand, it waits patiently for prey to come near. This Pokemon and Sislipede share common descent. Yanmega. Pokemon Black and White 2, Pokemon X, and Omega Ruby. It prefers to battle by biting apart foes' heads instantly while flying by at high speed. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Extremely violent. When hunting, it wastes none of its energy, aiming only for prey's most vulnerable spots. Any who manage to tame this Pokemon must be of incredible bravery. Venipede, Pokemon Black and White 2. Using the feelers on its head and tail, it picks up vibrations in the air to determine its prey's location and state. Pokemon Sword. Venipede and Sislipede are similar species, but when the two meet, a huge fight ensues. Whirlipede, 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 whirlipede. Pokemon Sword. This Pokemon spins itself rapidly and charges into its opponent. Its top speed is just over 60 miles per hour. Pokemon Shield. Whirlipede protects itself with a sturdy shell and poisonous spikes while it stores up the energy it'll need for evolution. Scolipede, 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 Scolipede. Pokemon Black and White 2, Pokemon X, and Omega Ruby. It clasps its prey with the claws on its neck until it stops moving. Then it finishes it off with deadly poison. Pokemon Shield. Scolipede engage in fierce territorial battles with Centiskorch. At the end of one of these battles, the victor makes a meal of the loser. Dwebble. Pokemon Black and White 2, Pokemon Y, and Alpha Sapphire. When it finds a stone of a suitable size, it secretes a liquid from its mouth to open up a hole to crawl into. Pokemon Sword. When it finds a stone appealing, it creates a hole inside and uses it as its home. This Pokemon is the natural enemy of Roggenrola and Roly-Coly. Pokemon Shield. It first tries to find a rock to live in, but if there are no suitable rocks to be found, Dwebble may move into the ports of a Hippodon. Gruzzle, Pokemon Black, Pokemon Y, and Alpha Sapphire. Competing for territory, Gruzzle fight viciously. The one whose boulder is broken is the loser of the battle. Pokemon Shield. Its thick claws are its greatest weapons. They're mighty enough to crack Rhyperior's carapace. Carablast. Pokemon Black, Pokemon X, and Omega Ruby. These mysterious Pokemon evolve when they receive electrical stimulation while they are in the same place as Showman. Pokemon Shield. It spits a liquid from its mouth to melt through Shellman's shell. Carablast doesn't eat the shell, it eats only the contents. Joltik, 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 Joltik. Pokemon Black. Joltik that live in cities have learned a technique for sucking electricity from the outlets in houses. Pokemon Shield. Joltik latch on to other Pokemon and suck out static electricity. They're often found sticking to Yamper's hindquarters. Galvantula. Pokemon White, Pokemon X, and Omega Ruby. They employ an electrically charged web to trap their prey. While it is immobilized by shock, they leisurely consume it. Pokemon Shield. It lays traps of electrified threads near the nests of bird Pokemon, aiming to snare chicks that are not yet good at flying. Shellmet. Pokemon White, Pokemon Y, and Alpha Sapphire. It evolves when bathed in an electric-like energy along with Carablast. The reason is still unknown. Pokemon Sword. When attacked, it tightly shuts the lid of its shell. This reaction fails to protect it from Carablast, however, because they can still get into the shell. Excelgor. Pokemon Black, Pokemon Y, and Alpha Sapphire. When its body dries out, it weakens, so to prevent dehydration, it wraps itself in many layers of thin membrane. Pokemon Sword. It moves with blinding speed and lobs poison at foes. Featuring Excelgor as a main character is a surefire way to make a movie or comic popular. Larvesta. Pokemon Black. This Pokemon was believed to have been born from the sun. When it evolves, its entire body is engulfed in flames. Pokemon Ultra Sun. When battling opponents, it sprays fire from its 5 horns. The max temperature of the flames can reach nearly 5,500 degrees Fahrenheit. Volcarona. Pokemon Black and White 2. Thought to be an embodiment of the sun, it appeared during a bitterly cold winter and saved Pokemon from freezing. Pokemon White, Pokemon X, and Omega Ruby. A sea of fire engulfs the surroundings of their battles, since they use their 6 wings to scatter their ember scales. Pokemon Ultra Sun. As it flies, it scatters its flaming scales. It was feared by ancient people who referred to it as the Rage of the Sun. Scatterbug. Pokemon X and Omega Ruby. When under attack from bird Pokemon, it spews a poisonous black powder that causes paralysis. on contact. Spuba, Pokemon X and Omega Ruby. It lives hidden within thicket shadows. When predators attack, it quickly bristles the fur covering its body in an effort to threaten them. Pokemon Y and Alpha Sapphire. The beaks of bird Pokemon can't begin to scratch its stalwart body. To defend itself, it spews powder. Vivian, Pokemon Y and Alpha Sapphire. The patterns on this Pokemon's wings depends on the climate and topography of its habitat. It scatters colorful scales. Grubbin, Pokemon Ultra Sun. If you find its nest, you shouldn't stick your hand inside. You'll get bitten by an irritated Grubbin. Pokemon Sword. Its natural enemies, like Rookidee, may flee rather than risk getting caught in its large mandibles that can snap thick tree branches. Charjabug, Pokemon Sun. Its body is capable of storing electricity. On camping trips, people are grateful to have one around. Pokemon Shield. Its digestive processes convert the leaves it eats into electricity. An electric sac in its belly stores the electricity for later use. Vikavolt, Pokemon Ultra Sun. It has an organ that generates electricity in its abdomen. It concentrates energy in its strong jaws and fires off powerful jolts of electricity. Pokemon Shield. If it carries a Charjabug to use as a spare battery, a flying Vikavolt can rapidly fire high-powered beams of electricity. Buzzwole, Pokemon Ultra Moon. Buzzwole goes around showing off its abnormally swollen muscles. It is one kind of Ultra Beast. Pheromosa, Pokemon Moon. One of the Ultra Beasts. It refuses to touch anything, perhaps because it senses some uncleanliness in this world. Blip, blip, blip-buck, 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 blip-buck. Pokemon Sword, a constant collector of information. This Pokemon is very smart. Very strong is what it isn't. Pokemon Shield, often found in gardens. This Pokemon has hairs on its body that it uses to assess its surroundings. Sislipede, Pokemon Shield. It wraps prey up with its heated body, cooking them in its coils. Once they're well done, it will voraciously nibble them down to the last morsel. Centiskorch, Pokemon Sword. When it heats up, its body temperature reaches about 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit. It lashes its body like a whip and launches itself at enemies. Gigantamaxed Centiskorch, Pokemon Sword. Gigantamax energy has evoked a rise in its body temperature, now reaching over 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Its heat waves incinerate its enemies. Cleaver, Pokemon Legends Arceus, a violent creature that fells towering trees with its crude axes and shields itself with hard stone. If one should chance upon this Pokemon in the wilds, one's only recourse is to flee. Caterpie because Caterpie is like an OG Pokemon, and like it's such a basic Pokemon bug design, but it's good. It works. I like it. Caterpie's so cute to me. And it might just be nostalgia for the anime or even like Gen 1 Pokemons. But I like Caterpie. And Caterpie evolves into Butterfree, so I get a Butterfree too. And I loved the Bye Bye Butterfree episode in Pokemon. I liked Ash's Butterfree, so I want a Butterfree too. And third, I like butterflies, and Butterfree is like a butterfly Pokemon and looks like a butterfly Pokemon. I have multiple reasons for choosing